Hello, my friends. Is your rock tumbler leaking? You walk over to check on your latest batch and, yep, there it is. That dreaded puddle of gray sludge. It's so frustrating, and your first thought is probably you need a whole new barrel, which isn't cheap. But hold on. Before you spend a dime, there's one thing you have to check on. I'm going to show you an incredibly easy fix for the most common tumbler leaks. A worn-out gasket. It's a simple swap that'll save you some cash and get you back to tumbling. And hey, if this kind of quick fix video is helpful for you, do me a favor and give this a big thumbs up. If you're new here, also think about subscribing. I'm always sharing tips and tricks to make your rock tumbling a happy journey and a little bit easier. So, why does this even happen? That little slurry leak is almost always coming from where the lid meets the barrel. Over time, that rubber gasket that creates the seal just plain wears out. Think about it. As the tumbler spins for days, grit and rocks are constantly grinding away at the inside of that lid. That constant friction makes the rubber thinner and thinner, especially in the middle. And eventually, little cracks or even a tiny hole can form. And trust me, even a pinhole you can barely see is more than enough to cause an unfortunate mess. Another culprit can be simple debris. Tiny bits of rock or grit can get caught on the rim of the barrel or the lid and break the seal. But if you know you're cleaning your barrel well between stages like you should, and it's still leaking, it's highly likely your gasket has just reached the end of its happy little road. The good news? These things are really cheap and super easy to replace. This simple fix will save your barrel and your sanity. Here it is, the one thing you need, a new gasket for your barrel lid. For this video, I picked up a brand new replacement lid gaskets directly from Lortone for my Lortone 3-pound barrel. You can usually order them right from the manufacturer, like Lortone. Or you could find them on an online lapidary supplier store. If you have a lower end tumbler, oh boy, you might be out of luck though, sadly. Gaskets are specific to the barrel size, so make sure you're ordering the right one for your model. This one here is for my Lortone 3-pound barrel, as I mentioned. It's flexible, tough, and made to create that perfect watertight seal. And the best part? You don't need any special tools. Seriously. All you need are your hands and the new gasket. That's it. We're talking about a 2-minute fix that costs a few bucks, but can add years of life to your tumbler barrel, saving you from having to buy a whole new one. Whew. All right, enough yapping. Let's get this done. First, you've got to get that old, worn-out gasket out of that metal inner lid. It's just sitting in this groove, so you can usually get a fingernail under the edge and start peeling it back. It should pop right off with a little bit of gentle pulling. Just a heads up, the edges of the metal lid can be a little bit sharp, so be careful as you're handling it. With the old gasket off, take a second to look at it. You'll probably see exactly where it was failing. You might find the rubber is super thin in the center, or you might even spot some small cracks or holes. This is also the perfect time to give that metal lid a really good cleaning. Use an old toothbrush and make sure there is absolutely no grit or dried slurry left on it. Any gunk left in there could actually stop the new gasket from seating correctly, which would be really bad. We don't want that. Next up is installing the new gasket. The gasket can be really soft right out of the package. To put it on, tuck one part of the gasket into the groove on the lid. Once you have that section seated, just work your way around, stretching and pressing the rest into place. You want to make sure it's sitting nice and flat all the way around. The goal is to get the gasket to form a clean 90-degree angle with the lid's edge, which is exactly what creates that beautiful, perfect seal. And there we go, the perfectly resealed lid. Just beautiful. Your barrel is now good to go for the next batch without you having to worry about any messy surprises. Now, to help your new gasket last as long as possible, there's a couple of quick things you can do. First, always, I mean always, guys, wipe the rim of the barrel and your lid completely clean before you seal it. One single piece of grit is all it takes to ruin the seal and start wearing it down. Second, try not to over-tighten the main nut on the lid. You see, too much pressure can actually warp the lid and put extra stress on the new gasket, which will just make it wear out that much faster. I'm curious, how's your tumbling going? And are you getting the results you want? Let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing what everyone is working on. And remember, we're a happy community that respects one another. So, the next time you see that telltale puddle, don't panic. A leaking rock tumbler is rarely a total disaster. More often than not, it's just a sign of normal wear and tear from a tired, replaceable part. By swapping out that gasket, you've not only fixed the leak, but you've also made your happy gear last longer and saved yourself from a much more expensive replacement. It's a fast, easy, and cheap fix that keeps the hobby fun and running smoothly. From here at the studio, wishing you peace and joy. Till next time, my friends.